Born and raised in South Africa, Elon Musk eventually moved to the United States after spending time in Canada. Educated in physics at the University of Pennsylvania, Musk began to wet his feet as a serial technology entrepreneur with early successes such as Zip2 and X.com. He was instrumental in establishing a company that would become PayPal. Musk has now become a phenomenon, and there's no doubt in it. No matter what you think of Elon Musk, he's undoubtedly qualified as one of the most successful entrepreneurs of his generation. He is currently worth more than $160 billion, one of the 3 wealthiest men in the world. Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk have revealed what it takes to be successful. Elon Musk says he must work at least 80 hours a week to become successful. Elon Musk further says that if you really want to change the world you live in, it could take up to 100 hours. Taking off his net worth with a net worth of $200.7 billion, according to Forbes, Musk today is one of the most famous and influential figures in the tech field, far from where Stanford's dropouts returned to the 90s. His life was fair, share of the struggle. Elon Musk is the second wealthiest person in the world. He's currently worth over $176 billion. Between April 2020 and April 2021, Elon Musk earned an average of $383 million per day. Being said, let's take a look at the billionaire's everyday lifestyle and learn his life mantra. Well, the only thing that differentiates Elon Musk from other billionaires is his life mantra and his consistency. Since that time, we have heard of Musk's mantra of working at least 80 hours a week to be a successful person. There's no doubt that Musk is literally different from others. It's undeniable that the habits of Elon Musk, the Tesla owner hard workers, have had a tremendous impact on the world and have had tremendous consequences too indeed. In a statement, Tesla's board of directors stated that they're increasing the number of people around the world and creating significant shareholder value in the process. Talking about Elon Musk's daily life, it can be summarized as work, food, and sleep, and work occupies most of that time. His bedtime is around 1 a.m., and the SpaceX CEO usually wakes up at 7 a.m. and sleeps for 6 to 6.5 hours. Whereas it's suggested that to remain healthy, a person should sleep at least for 8 hours. And Musk doesn't really prioritize his sleep. It has been discovered to be a sweet spot for many years. Sleep is really great. I find if I don't get enough sleep, I'm quite grumpy. I could drop below a certain threshold of sleep. Although I would be awake more hours, I would get less done because my mental acuity would be affected. Musk said in a 2015 Reddit AMA. Musk's normally skip breakfast to save time, but sometimes he makes sure that he has his coffee and omelets as the first meal of the day. But there's always one habit to finding the time. The shower he attributed to the source of many ideas. And when it comes to his fitness, Musk admitted to Joe Rogan that he would preferably not exercise at all, but he spends his time watching TV and doing weightlifting and running on the treadmill. He also works on taekwondo, karate, judo, and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Most of Musk's working hours, at least 90% according to Quartz, are split between Tesla and SpaceX, and the rest of the time is spent on other ventures where he's a co-founder, investor, or executive. In a December 2019 tweet, Musk said 90% of his time at SpaceX and 60% of his time at Tesla was spent on design and engineering. Elon Musk's daily work schedule includes the following activities. In an interview with Y Combinator in 2016, Musk provided an example of a day in his life juggling Tesla and SpaceX. He started off by stating the fact that Gwynne Shotwell is Chief Operating Officer. She's the person who manages a kind of legal financial sales and a kind of general business activity. And Musk's time is almost entirely an engineering team working on improving the Falcon 9 and Dragon spacecraft and developing Martian colonial architecture. Discussing Tesla, Musk stated that he and his team are currently working on the Model 3, and on the other hand, some design studios usually deal with aesthetics and look and feel half a day a week. And most of the rest of the week, Musk himself just engineered the car itself and the factory. The biggest epiphany Elon Musk has experienced so far now is that What really matters is that a machine is a factory-manufactured machine, and it's heading in a much more difficult direction, at least than the vehicle itself. And when it comes to productivity of himself and his employees, Musk is well known for his outrageous efficiency. In a 2018 email sent to Tesla employees, Musk outlined some of his recommendations for conducting efficient meetings. Those are as follows. Excessive meetings are a predicament for large companies and most often worsen over time. Delete all large meetings unless you are sure they're providing value to your entire audience. In that case, make the meeting very short. It also eliminates frequent meetings unless you're dealing with a very urgent issue. Meetings should drop rapidly once the urgent issue is resolved. As soon as it becomes clear that there is no added value, leave the meeting or hang up. It's not rude to leave, it's rude to let someone stay and waste their time. In the same email, Musk instructed employees not to use Tesla objects, software, or process acronyms or meaningless words between all levels, regardless of employee role or department. We encourage the free flow of information. Seems to embrace his work habits and long hours, but everyone has a limit, and in 2018, the limit seemed dangerously close to him. In his New York Times profile, Musk elaborated on his up to 120 working weeks. There were days when I didn't leave the factory for 3 or 4 days. That is, when I didn't go out, he said. This has really come at the expense of meeting my children and meeting my friends, Musk explained. In a Recode Decode interview with Kara Swisher, Musk discussed in more detail difficult times. Some at that time must have been 120 hours or something crap. Fortunately for Musk, 120 hours a week of working days are over for now, and he's back at 80 or 90 hours. This is quite sustainable, he says. Nowadays, Musk seems to be in a much better place in terms of work-life balance. In a conversation with Maureen Dowd of the New York Times, he talked about spending time with his partner Grimes, catching up with the anime Death Note and Evangelion, and listening to historical audiobooks and podcasts. When asked how Musk was able to find time to spend with his children, given the enormous working hours, he said, "There's not much I can do so far. Grimes is now much more than I am, plays a big role. As children get older, they have more roles for me. I think I'm just doing what I've done with other kids. For example, if you're traveling to China in a Tesla, take your kids to see the Great Wall or take the bullet train from Beijing. I'm going to see the Terracotta Warriors." And that was all about it. This was all about it. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like it and subscribe to the channel. Please let us know your thoughts in the comment section.